Hey, hey, hey. How is it? I'm barely recovering from the yard sale Saturday. Oh my gosh. I'm learning the older I get, the longer it takes me to recover from something. Whatever. Okay. So I'm a minute early, whatever. I'm Cathy representing Sassy Silver Sisters. And it is Monday, July 14th, 2025. I had the last of my ground coffee, little teeny bit, and then I mixed it with a little bit of instant coffee. No, never again. But I'm going to drink it so it doesn't go to waste. Oh my goodness! Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Suzette. How are you doing? I think my shirt is. You know how you have some shirts? It's stretching out this way because I know I'm not shrinking. Oh my goodness. Let's see. I thought I heard some thunder out there earlier. Yes. Cloudy. How you doing, Miss Suzette? Alexa, what's the weather in Culpeper, Virginia?
Right now in Culpeper, it's 83 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds and thunderstorms, with a high of 88 degrees and a low of 70 degrees.
Okay. I think the weather is trying to. Don't we usually have a week or two of really extreme heat, and then after that, and we have all the thunderstorms and stuff, and it starts cooling down? Don't you think? Let's see. Alexa, tell me a joke about July.
How long before the slugs get to your tomato plants? It's only a matter of slime.
Slime. My daughter had a tomato plant. She found one of the tomato bugs on it. She said, "That's it, never again." Oh no. Is it your boss? Okay. Okay. Good. Um yeah. Gosh, I had a problem this weekend trying to figure out the cash from the yard sale and how to get it back in the bank since my bank is no longer here. So it took me, I said, nothing's impossible, right? So I said, okay, how do people do this? Well, we have a Chime account and we have a Cash App. So I took the Cash App and put it on the Cash App, and then I withdrew it and put it in my account. Of course, they want to charge you whatever if it's a instant, you know. And I said, no, I'm not worried about it. I just want to get it in the bank. So supposedly it's supposed to be in the bank tomorrow. I'll look and see. But I'm glad I could do that because I'm going, how am I going to work this out? I don't know. I've never been nowhere near, I've always had a bank around the corner or something. Well, this is a small bank, family owned bank, and they don't have a lot of branches open. Okay, let's see. And I didn't want to go all the way to Fredericksburg. So I said, okay, we'll work this out. Let's see. Let me see. Let me try the bank thing and see what it says. Because sometimes it'll tell you pending. And it's the first time I did it. And I told the lady, I said, I need help. I've never done this before. And she was nice. That way, I get it out of my possession because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Oh, come on. Yeah, it was hot. And I stayed home yesterday being lazy. I did have to run out once. I didn't hear Mama Sassy stirring anywhere, or I would have went, but I thought she was going to be in church all day doing whatever function they had. And I was wrong. So I called her. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see if it says pending. If it, because that's the first time I've done that. Just used it as a to be able to transfer. Let's see. Where would it be transferring to? It's not there yet. No. Okay, come on now, people. It did actually say Tuesday, so we'll see. 2 days, or you can pay this much money and have it instant. And I'm going there because that's how they make their money, right? I said, I don't think so. I can wait as long as it gets in there. And I've got the receipt. And it is, that's the wrong one. It is, and it's been a long time since it's been, something about verifying my account. It's been a long time since I took my picture in my, I guess I'll have to take my glasses off in my driver's license. It's been a long time. And so I look different. And they said, I can't verify you by your driver's license. Oh, crap. Whatever. So what are you going to do this week, Suzette? We're going to try the Friday thing again if I have time. And I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. Okay, we do have some July 14th. It is Barn Day, Bastille Day, Pandemonium Day, National Macaroni and Cheese Day, National Nude Day. Oh, no, they wouldn't want me. Shark Awareness Day. And then we've got historical events, of course, Bastille Day. The French Revolution begins with the fall of Bastille Prison in 1789. Alfred Nobel demonstrates dynamite in 1867. John T. Smith applies for a patent for corkboard. 1891. Good for him. Corkboard. Liquid rocket fuel is patented in 1914. Okay, so if you have a birthday, July 14th, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. All right, we've got William Hanna-Barbera, creators of the Flintstones and the Jetsons, 1910? 1910? Oh, it's him. Okay, I got confused. It's the guy that has the patent, not the patent itself. I'm going, wait a minute. I'm confusing myself. My brain's still tired. Woody Guthrie, a folk singer, songwriter, 1912. Gerald Ford, 38th U.S. President, 1913. Douglas Edwards, TV journalist, 1917. Ingmar Bergman, director, screenwriter, 1918. John Chancellor, TV journalist, 1927. Polly Bergen, 1930. And Matthew Fox, actor, 1966. Happy birthday. Yeah, I can get easily confused. Let's see what else. So we do have, thanks everybody for subscribing. When you go over there to watch live over here to watch live videos, then you subscribe while you're surfing YouTube. I just started one of the kitchen videos that we did way back when, and we got a few more to do, so that's good. I'll get going on that, get a routine so that I can get her done. We've had something to do every Saturday this month. So go on over to Cathy's Online Sales on Facebook only. And tomorrow is the start. Just comment, one entry per person. and the winner gets a $20 PayPal. So yeah. And I didn't have a chance to get the reviews. I did run over to Michael's to see if they had those, what do you call them? Clearance boxes. What do you call them things? Mystery boxes. And what it is a big box of clearance stuff. And they sell them. Well, the last time I got them, they were $10. So I got 2. And I tried to sell them at the yard sale, but we're going to do another one in September when it's cooler. It was too hot for people to even shop, but they shopped. They shopped a lot, and they got some good bargains. So we're going to do it again. And then we have to donate the rest of it because it's just a lot of stuff. And let's see what else. I borrowed one of Mama Sassy's folding tables, so I got to get that back to her. I'll get that today. I took a bunch of notes for Mom's video. We might be able to do it this week, but I don't know with editing and everything. I don't know when it'll be out. And plus, if she thinks of anything in the meantime, I asked her a bunch of questions, and then I looked up the history of the women in the Marines, and there wasn't that many. So, oh, I know. But man, it was hot. It was so hot. It was ridiculous. And it wasn't necessarily how hot it was steamy. As soon as you walked outside, you got soaking wet. Soaking wet. And I'm not quite, it was 6 o'clock in the morning and we're setting up and we're just dripping. We're just dripping. It's awful. It was awful. But it was a success. It was just, we were in pain and misery because it was so hot. I'd like to do at my yard sales, I like to do giveaway boxes where you take a big box and you put free on it and you throw some, like plastic cups and pillows or whatever you want to just get rid of. And they did. They took almost everything out of those boxes. So that's good. Get rid of some of that. Took the rest to Goodwill and saved back the clothes and some of the decor so we can do it again in September. And I'll have more stuff in September too. So hopefully it'll be cooler. Jeez Louise. I think I took, that there's big zipper bags. I took like 4 or 5 of those big bags. And I took like 3, well, more than that, like 4 or 5 of the smaller totes. And we always have plastic bags. Let's see, you don't have our summers and winters. I know it's the weather's crazy. This is the problem. The weather is so crazy that it can be 100 degrees one day and 70 degrees the next. Then it'll go back up to 100 degrees. I mean, it's no consistency. Oh yeah, we drank consistently because I didn't want to get sick, because you can get sick by sweating that much, literally. I said, the only thing good about sweating so much is my skin was, what do you call it? It was exfoliating, because I took a wet paper towel and went like that, and my skin was like melting off. No, it was dead skin. I'm going, this is the only good thing about sweating so much. It's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And so we'd done it one other time before, but it wasn't as humid, but it was boiling. It was hot. And with my son, he started getting sick. I said, don't be doing that. Sit down, drink, and sit. He had a fan, and that was good. And then his girlfriend started getting sick and said, no, wait. And so both of them took turns being in the air conditioning in the truck so that they wouldn't get sick. It was, so this time, don't ask me why I thought it would be better. But it wasn't. It was horrible. So we're not going to do that again. And Missy, the daughter's house that we had it at, said, how about let's keep it at May and September, like at the beginning of the year of the season, which here lately, it's always yard sale season. It's always, it's a marketplace now. So in May, she started doing it in April, but I think she had too many things going on. So April or May and September, not in the heat. It's just too much. I know. Tell me about it. Yay! I see somebody. Alyssa. Yay! More Sassy Friends. Alyssa, you missed our video conference we had, me and Suzette. So anybody doesn't know, you can subscribe on Facebook. And we don't know what day, but the last time was Friday. And so we'll try it again Friday, and we can actually see and talk to each other. Do you want to do that? Alyssa, what are you doing on Friday? And we thought we'd keep it at 12. So what are you doing on Friday? And we'll try that again. So, yeah. I don't know if you're working or what you're doing, child. I know that baby keeps you hopping. Yeah, we do. We're going to try to fit it in maybe once a week and have like conference video, Google Meet. And we didn't know if it was going to work. And I was so tickled it worked. I was just tickled to death. It worked. It worked. And actually, Suzette, I was happy all day. I told you. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so what you do is you write yourself a note with Eastern time. And then equals your time. You know what I mean? I have notes everywhere. I finally did get a paper shredder. My son gave me a paper shredder last year, and I've been dragging it around in the car. And so when I had to clean the car out to put the yard sale stuff in, I said, there it is. And I drug it in. And actually, I'm tickled to death because I got a lot of stuff to shred. I need to find a court case because that's when I do paperwork. If I have a court case, I can't have a movie because if I have a movie, then I have to watch it. But if I have a court case or a real good podcast, then I can get some paperwork done. If I can get some paperwork, if I can get a good podcast or a good whatever to listen to get my attention, there on the podcast or a court case, if I can get it there, then I can just shred away. I watched the Johnny Depp trial, and man, I got rid of 7 boxes of paperwork. Because you have to go through each one. You don't want to throw everything away. How's the baby doing? How's the sassy boy? sassy baby. It's hard. We're trying to get people over here to YouTube live streams. So I'm going to have to study up and see if I can figure it out. If I can figure out how to get people to come on over. They don't want to leave one site to go to the other. That's why we tried doing it on YouTube and people just weren't coming over. So we put it back on Facebook. Now Facebook wants to act like a brat. And so I said, this is much easier to do it on YouTube. But the subscription for he's teething. Oh, ow. Yeah, that's what my son did. And they were big teeth. Good, good, good. I know. I don't know what you can do about teething because every kid is different. My son's gums got so black and blue. Okay. That's what my daughter said. I have a baby brain now. And I'm going, what are you talking about? They say once you have a child, your brain goes. I said, whatever. Having children, yeah. I know. I don't know. I'm trying to think what I did. Of course, we had the frozen teeth. I don't know if they do that anymore. They had the frozen teething rings that I kept in the freezer. What else? What do they have now for modern day? Baby teething. Come on. Tips for soothing sore gums. Let me share because new moms. Oh, that's a Mayo Clinic too, buddy. Teething tips. That shows what they do, you know. Rub your baby gums. Now, I did that too. I used my thumb, would hold the baby and let him just bite down as hard as he could on the thumb knuckles when I was holding them. Teething rings, pacifiers, wet washcloths, chilled items. Okay. Try cup feeding. Oh, okay. Is he having problems drinking milk? Teething tablets, medicines, teething necklace, bracelets, anklets. I don't know about them. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know. It's been a long time since I had a baby. But yeah, I'd be holding that because they want to chew. And so I'll be holding the baby on my lap or whatever, and I'd take this thumb knuckle and put it in their mouth, and they bite down. And some people, believe it or not, I've had a cow because some people give their babies chicken bones or whatever for them to chew on. I'm going, no. And my granddaughter's dad said, just be quiet. It's fine. It's fine. I said, no. Yeah, it's a lot. And they're miserable, and they're miserable. No, they're not joking, Alyssa. That's what they used to do back in the day. I don't know anything about the Oragel now because they change the rules all the time. So I don't know. I don't know what they do now. Yeah, we're old, all right. I don't know what they do. I really don't. And then if your baby's in daycare, it's probably horrible for the daycare. I don't know. They do have a lot of uh, teething rings. Like I said, I used to freeze but I thought they stopped making them. But no, they didn't. Let me see. Let me share. They still have them. For some reason, I thought they stopped making them. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm still recovering from the yard sale. Okay. Soothing Circular Water Teether Blue. They've got all kinds of teething rings. What is that? Teething mitten? Oh, I didn't know they had that. Coolers. So you put them in the freezer, I guess. So, yeah. Try something called, what is the liquid inside? You freeze it. Yeah, you don't want you want a new one. Yeah. Usually made from salt water, but it's, let me look up pictures, images. Oh, maybe this. Does he take a pacifier? If he takes a pacifier, that would be good. Let me see. Is it sharing? No, it's not. So there's a pacifier. That would be a good one. But I remember my poor son he suffered. But they all came in, like 4 at a time. And it was like, oh, poor baby. I don't see anything really new and different. What is that? Dental Associates. Let's see what these people do. Let's see what they say. Interesting. I didn't know you could get a teething rash. My kids didn't. Hang on, I'm looking at something. Let me get off of this and see what the Dental Associate said. Use pacifier. He just never liked them. Well, that's okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's my daughter used the pacifier. We lost it because there was only one that she would take, and we lost it. And then 3 days later, we found it. Then she didn't want it. So, I mean, it's just who they are. I think he will like the frozen thing, though. Let's see. What does this thing say? Are often recommended to ease the discomfort, but how safe are they? Silicone teething rings, popular choice. The wooden teething rings, ooh, yuck. I would do wooden, but that's me. Water filled. The benefit for cooling. Various other teething ring designs. I don't know. They're just, yeah, relief. The act of chewing helps to massage the gums and reduce inflammation. So I know what the reason as far as trying to push them teeth through, but I guess it's an instinct for the babies to, it relieves it evidently. That's probably why they want to munch so hard. Common signs for a teething ring: excessive drooling, desire to chew on everything, irritable, swollen, tender gums. Yeah. The teething gels, or like I guess the Oragel, and there's cold washcloths. I don't know if you could freeze a washcloth or not and have him chew on that. I don't know. I don't see anything different. And it's okay. Have you seen some babies with their teeth, well, youngsters, little ones, with their teeth protruding? It's because they were on the pacifier so much. And it just pushes the teeth out that way. So it's okay. I'm thinking if you could freeze. They have those. I don't know what you allow him to eat or drink, but I thought they had those things that that they chew on to get their food out. Maybe you could do popsicle type thing. See, I'm not up on this stuff. There it is. Yes, popsicles can be safe. Okay. All right, let's try this. Let's see what this says. He doesn't? Okay. Salty meat. He'd probably love that. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Popsicles can be safe and soothing for teething pain. Under supervision, of course. Now, this can be breast milk, formula, diluted fruit juice, or whatever. Yeah, maybe that's it. The cold temperature of the popsicle can numb the gums. And it's a good way for them to, try to get the drink out of there. You know what I mean? For no stick, small portion supervision. Okay, this is it right here. Baby popsicles. How does this work? Hold on. Hold on. Now you got my brain going sideways here. Where's the, okay.
Takes on the flavor of the fruit so they don't know it's in there. These really do make for the perfect hot day summertime treat. We love to have them outside or in the bath to cut down on messes, and Reese loves them.
Hey, see how she did it?
It just makes it creamy. Like, I love to use butternut squash. It just makes it creamy and it really takes on the flavor of the fruit so they don't know it's in there. These really do make for the perfect hot day summertime treat. We love to have them outside or in the bath to cut down on messes, and Reese loves them.
Okay, you can do that and put formula, breast milk, whatever. For a little treat. There you go. Good. Okay, so you just gotta figure it out, whatever the doctor allows you to do. If there's Orgel or whatever, we use the Orgel. But the harder they bite down, the better it is. But I haven't heard of salty meat. And I don't know if, did they have teeth and cookies? See, I don't know what you're allowed to give them. I started the kids early as they could, as early as I introduced them to food as early as they could take it in. I just did. My mom got after me, or my grandmother got after me and said, "You are not feeding that baby blueberry pie." I said, "Yes, I am." I would just put a little bit of the stuff on it, nothing solid. And I think it was the last kid. Maybe that's what's the matter. No, I'm playing. But put a little bit of that because she wanted to eat. She wanted what everybody else was having. So I put a little bit of that on, and let her suck it off. But I thought they had teething cookies. Do you know what I mean? I thought they had those, but maybe they quit. They might have quit doing it. I don't know. Teething biscuits or wafers are edible snacks designed to provide comfort for babies. Okay, where are they? Because they're hard. Okay, hold on. Because they're hard and it takes a long time for them to. They do have teething crackers. Okay. And pouches. Okay. Only ate the berries. That's okay. That's good for him, I think. He'll come into his own what he likes and doesn't like. Let's see. When my kids were, yeah, we had the big ones. You can make them yourself, it says. That would be good. My kids love them. Yeah, you don't want to feed it to them all day long, though. But you can make them. Yeah, and they're big. And I remember having to watch to make sure a little piece didn't once it started getting down, I had to make sure that they didn't bite off a little piece. But hey, they loved it. Let me get some. Let's see, is it showing? Yeah, it's showing. Okay, let me get some images. Banana oats, teething cookies. They only had one kind back in the day. And it was something like a big biscuit. Oh, yeah. I don't see anything different. Unless you have a teething ring, you might want to put something, slather it with something so that they think they're eating. But he's already eating, so that's good. I'm old school. And the sooner you can get them. The last kid, I was lucky enough to have a baby food grinder, which is just a little, grinder. And that kid got to eat anything she wanted off the table because I could grind it up. Even the meat, I could grind it up and make it mushy for her. All that. Yeah. Now the other kids, I just cut everything up really, really fine with a fork, and just, we always had potatoes and beans and veggies and all that stuff. But when I got that grinder, it was like, heck yeah, I could do this all the time. No more having to buy baby food. I loved it. I didn't know there was such a thing. And then somebody's introduced me to it. And I'm going, okay. I don't know what the difference was. It was just a small grinder. But I was in heaven. That just saved me so much time. And she loved it. And so she loved the food because she wanted to eat what everybody else was eating on the table. And, mashed potatoes is one thing. Eggs is another thing. But then you got like the meats and stuff like that. So I had to grind up everything. She liked it. And I loved it. So, yeah, on Alyssa, if you can remember, on Fridays, because then we'll set the time right after, because it's usually 10:30 on Fridays, and then right after that, I set a new, what do you call it? A new Google Meet, and then give you the code in the group. It's in the group, and give you the code in the group, and then everybody can join from there. And it's be nice to see you, because we're always talking, but we don't see each other. You see me. And I'm looking at Suzette going, what's the weather? She had a sweater on and a coat on. I'm going, what in the world? Here we are, dying of heat. And she's got a sweater on and a coat on. My brother-in-law was supposed to have a mission trip over in Africa somewhere, and that fell through for the job that they were supposed to do or whatever. So they're going to rework. I don't know what they're going to do. I forgot what she said. They're going to rework it and do another trip someplace else, I think. Another mission someplace else. I don't remember what she's told me. But yeah, they just found out. It's like, they had to go over there and sell some property or something, and it fell through. So they got to start all over again to find a buyer and all that. So that's just the way stuff like that goes, but I don't know where. Let's see, what else would I would? Oh, don't forget, Alyssa, to go over to Cathy's Online Sales, because tomorrow, I think I've got it scheduled to come out at 7 a.m. tomorrow, the 15th, for the PayPal giveaway. Just enter once. Or you can enter once, your husband can enter once, the baby can enter once. No, it's got to be just, one per person. Let's put it that way. So, Suzette, have you ever made jerky? Because my daughter was helping somebody, and they had, was it turkey jerky? Something like that. But anyway, she said it was great. She loved it. And I know my granddaughter loves jerky too. But she eats turkey bacon. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I told her, I said, I hope you know, every time I see turkey bacon, I think of you. Because I've tried it. I can't do it. There is no way. Okay. So yeah, we're fighting the heat. we're going to do Mom's video sooner or later. And then I've got to set some stuff up for her to sell. So I'm going to do that first. And we're done with the plant sales for now. It's just too hot. Nobody was thinking plants. It's too hot. Oh, and we're going to see my son's house. The sisters and Mama Sassy, we're all getting together and we're going to go on Saturday. So pray for no rain on Saturday so we can walk the property. And we're going to go to lunch first. I'll try to get some short videos in the meantime while we're traveling and stuff like that, because it's 2 hours, remember, to get from here to there. And we're going to meet up for lunch on Saturday, and then we'll follow him to his house, which is 4 miles of gravel road. And my daughter says, yeah, I never tasted. Okay. All right. It's just dried meats, right? Yeah, he's in there. He's in the house. He's got a garden now and all the trees. And Mom is a plant person, so she loves to see what she can do, you know. She wants to see the trees and stuff. And the property, we've been waiting. The property that he's in was a family getaway place. So it's all wood. It's all wood. The walls are wood, I think, or the main part of the house. It's all wood. And it's very, very, they called it their cabin. It's very pretty. It's very resort-ish. You know what I mean? Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll remember to do all that because we don't get together very often. And we tried, the sisters try to get together once a month, no matter what. And this is our get-together day. Plus, we're traveling, so. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know, these are my inner peace cards. Dr. Wayne W. Dyer sayings, and we love them. I wonder if it's got anything about how to survive a baby that's teething. I survived it. I can survive it. Of course, my kids were pretty good, except the son. His lips were so blue. Oh, I felt bad for him, but he handled it. I mean, you know. So here we go. Da 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 da. Okay, where are we? Okay, true happiness resides within me. I think we've had this before. It says, most people are searching for happiness outside of their self. That's a fundamental mistake. Happiness is something that you are, and it comes from the way that you think. Okay. Happiness is something that you are, and it comes from the way that you think. And you'll see the way they wrote this, why I had trouble reading it. See all the different, the red I could almost, I could barely see for whatever reason. I know I need glasses. So your happiness is here. I know. And if they go through all that, oh gosh, for whatever reason, I landed on a page of people that had layers and layers of teeth, that had more than 2 sets of teeth in their mouth. like 4 layers of teeth. And it's like they showed x-rays. I'm going, oh my gosh, how do they have room in their mouth for all them layers of teeth? That's crazy. Layers and layers of teeth. Oh my gosh. So somehow watching TikTok, I stumbled upon, you know what they talk about, Disney is the happiest place on earth? Well, no, it's not lately. I don't know. It's people are fighting. It's the drama at Disney or whatever. And it's like, come on, people. Can't you just be happy for a minute? Exactly. That's what it reminded me of. A fish or something. You know how some of the fish have just their whole mouth is teeth? No, I don't think I've dreamed of losing teeth. I dream of dumb stuff though. I mean, dumb stuff. It's never, it feels like reality, but it's not reality. Now, I did have a scary dream when I was younger. I can't remember when it was now. It might have been before or right after I had my first kid. I dreamed of, I could pick this dude out in a lineup back then. I said, if anybody showed me a picture, I would know who it was. I was in a small town walking around by myself, and somebody was there to stab me. And so I'm running for my life, literally, in my dream. I'm running for my life. And I run into a store, and I tell these people this dude's trying to stab me. And they called the police, and I'm, going through all that. That was scary. I have had dreams come true, which is also scary. This is why my dreams scare me. When I was a teenager, I had a dream about this guy that used to hang around the country store that we lived at or near. And that's where we caught the bus and all that stuff. Well, I had a dream that this guy got stabbed in the side in this truck. And I don't remember what all the dream was about, but except that he got stabbed. And so when I'm going over to the store to catch the bus, he was there. And I said, oh my gosh, I had a dream about you. I dreamed you got stabbed. And he goes, oh, I did. And I'm going, what in the heck? He said there was a knife on the seat of his truck. What all they were doing, I don't know. Seat of his truck, and he jumped in, and the knife didn't have a cover on it, and it stabbed him in the side. Now, I don't remember having dreams of losing teeth. But I have all kinds of dreams. And then if I dream of somebody that I've never dreamed of before, this is my personal policy. If I dream of someone that I've never dreamed of, because you always dream of family and you always dream of strangers and situations and stuff like that. But if I dream of somebody that I know that I don't usually, my life doesn't revolve around them, right? Then it scares me. So I was helping this one lady for a while, and I had a dream about her changing her decor to Italian decor because they love Italy. And so, but it scared me because I'd never dreamed of them before. Never. and I'm going, okay. So I contacted her and said, hey, look, I'm scared. Are y'all okay? I had a dream that you changed your decor into Italian decor. And she goes, oh my gosh, you're psychic. They had this one, it used to be a porch, and then it's enclosed now. And she said, our back porch, we put Italian decor in there. I said, okay, but other than that, is everybody okay? Yeah, yeah. And my grandmother used to do the same thing. She would have dreams, and she'd call my dad. It was my dad's mom, and she'd call and say things like, all right, what are you kids up to now? Yeah, I wish I had superpowers for gaining money. I watched this video, and this person goes, this is what you say. You say, what I am seeking manifestation of a lot of money, and that is seeking me. Something like that. I'm going, okay, I could do this all day. Yeah, I know they have meaning. Okay, I'll let you. You'll be the first one. Oh, you want to hear? I have stories for days. I went home one day, and the answer machine had a message on it because it would blink. So I listened to it, and it just said numbers, literally just said numbers. And I told the husband at the time, I said, because he played the lottery, I didn't. I said, these numbers, you need to play these numbers, because this just said 812. It just said numbers on a message. And it didn't say the doctor's office and this account number. It didn't say anything and this account number. It just said numbers. Some, whatever numbers. And I said, you have got to play these numbers. And he wouldn't do it. He kept forgetting, thinking I was dumb anyway. And it would have won. What would have won? I forgot if it was $50 or $100 or whatever. It would have won a couple bucks. And I'm going, see, you should apply these numbers. I thought that was funny. Literally, I did. I thought that was funny. It bothered me, though, that I got a message with numbers on it. What would you do? If you got a message and you played the lottery, you would play those numbers, right? No. He kept forgetting about it, and I reminded him for a couple of days. I said, forget it now. It already won, and you didn't play. Your fault. Yeah, stuff like that, And I knew somebody that won $500,000, and she wouldn't quit her job, and her husband wouldn't quit his job. And yeah, always listen to your wife. Anyway, so it was her husband that won $500,000. She said, Cathy, I never knew winning money would cause so much grief. She said, everybody found out who we were, and every lawyer, every financial advisor, everybody called and bugged the crap out of them. So they put their money away. They paid off a couple of things. Their house, they paid off the debt they had on the house, because that was a long time ago, and paid off their cars. And then they did not quit their jobs, and they put the money in the bank. Smart people. Very smart. And she said, because I jumped all over her. I said, oh my God, I was so happy for her. She said, I didn't know I was going to get beat up, because I was just, Okay, I will. If it ever comes about. It only happened then, and it's never happened again, ever. It was the weirdest thing. But see, weird stuff happens to me. And when weird stuff happens to me, it scares me because it's usually something getting ready to happen. That's how I feel when stuff happens. Something getting ready to happen. $13 million, is that all? Yeah, 13 million. Yeah, I don't know where, because I didn't have caller ID then. I don't know where the numbers come from. I don't know what the numbers were supposed to be about. And I kept listening to it thinking maybe I could hear something else. And no, it didn't do that. So I just said, here, go take these numbers and go play the lottery, because he did anyway, right? He could have won some money, but I can't remember how. It wasn't like yippee yay. It was, a few bucks. It was worth playing the lottery, let's put it that way. So I'm just going to go ahead and yeah. So 13 million is all you need. Are you just trying not to be greedy? Do you know it's probably a lot in Texas? And last I heard, years ago, you had to pay taxes on whatever you won like that. And I think what they do now is they go ahead and take your tax portion out and give you whatever. And they also, which I wouldn't trust, but whatever, they also say you'll get this much if you take it monthly. They spread it out so it's easier on them. I don't know. I don't play it, so I don't know. I'll never win because I don't play the lottery. And if I did, I'd have a heart. If I did and won, I'd have a heart attack. So it wouldn't do me any good. What is that? The saying, the manifestation of. Let's see. Hold on, and I'll get off of here. I don't even know where I put it. Manifestation. No, it's not in here. I know I put it somewhere, but it's the manifestation. The what I'm seeking is manifestation of a lot of money is actually seeking me. Yes. Hey, I don't blame you, kiddo. I don't blame you. It's hard being a working mom. I mean, it's hard. Now, I do know people that have worked from home, but they had somebody there watching the kids while they were working, but they were still working, but they were at home. And a lot of people do that now. If indeed you could ever figure that one out, that would be good. I used to make telephone calls from the house, and the kids would be playing, and I'd be on the phone. Next thing you know, they're all coming to me, Mom, while I'm on the phone. Oh my gosh. We did a lot of things together. And we'll have to get together and video it one day. Because I just remembered the other day, we used to deliver telephone books for extra money. They only did it for a short time. So I had my kids with me, and they would give me you pick up the telephone books. They tell you, they'd have a sheet of the addresses of where to put them. And then my old yucky car was always acting up. And so we got on this one street, and this was like, 40, forever ago, 40, whatever. And so I'd have the kids sitting on the front of the car, because you go house to house to house to house, delivering. I had them sitting on top of the hood and they would jump off and deliver, and then we would do whatever with the money for me and the kids to do, movies, whatever. It was always me and the kids doing something. And we went, there was this scientific lab that paid you to collect lightning bugs because they were studying them. So me and the kids were out in the field collecting lightning bugs, and I delivered them, and I got a couple bucks for it, and we did whatever with the kids with it. But they remember that, going out there doing the lightning bugs, all kinds of stuff we did together just to make, the yard sales started making, that would make the most money. So yeah, we always did something. But I know a 40-hour week job is hard to do when you have a kid. It's just hard. A lot of people have online jobs now, stuff like that, but it's hard. That's why you see me doing a little of this and a little of that and a little of this and a little of that here and there, and it's never boring. All right, ladies, thank you. We'll talk about the Friday Google Meet, because I'll wait until Friday. In that way, we can, you could just go over to the group and join. Because I think we did it, Suzette, like 11:15 or something like that. We made it just a little bit after the live stream, and we can do all that. Yes, time is precious with the kids when they're little. You can't wait for them to sit up. And they can't wait for them to crawl. And then you go, oh, crap, why did I want them to crawl? And then you can't wait for them to walk. Oh, man, that is even worse, because then they're running and falling down. And then you can't wait to have a conversation with them, and then they don't shut up. It's all these things you're waiting for them to do, and then it's like, blah, 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 when they're talking. My son wasn't a big talker. But yeah, I thought so, 11:15, so we'll see. Yeah, enjoy that baby. All right, ladies, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you Friday or whenever I can schedule it, but it's usually Friday. All right, thanks. Have fun with that baby.
Do you enjoy our videos? Well, we love making them for you. But we do like to have a little extra money to be able to bring them to you. So if you would like to contribute to buy me a coffee, we can add to our little fund.
Yes.
To bring you more great content. So buymecoffee.com, Sassy Silver Sisters. Cheers.
Thank